Okay.
In 3, 2, 1, go.
Hello and good evening, everyone. I am Alyssa Monge, and I am running for chairperson. All right. As an ate in EB Samahan, I have picked up 12 audings, official and unofficial. I have gotten to know these individuals, their dreams and goals, their issues and problems, and what they're interested in. They're all different individually, but when they're together, they're the most in-sync group I have ever dealt with, sort of. When I think about AB Samahan, I think of my audings. Although some of my audings aren't involved or around, they are continuously my motivation to stay involved in AB Samahan because I want to bring them back to the organization that I believe can enhance their college experience. I talk about my audings because that's how I'll see the new executive board if I'm elected as chairperson. To me, I see a chairperson as someone who can be an ate or a kuya for everyone. I'll have that desire to get to know them and their vision for AB Samahan. Without interfering, I'll guide them with all my resources in order to achieve that. As an active member in the Filipino community and another student organization here on campus, I have worked with many different non-profit organizations similar to AB Samahan. I have experienced what works and what didn't work. One of my notable involvements were with Silk Road Productions, a event production and management company that hold Asian and Pacific Islander events all throughout the year with the mission to bring cultural awareness to surrounding communities. As an associate event producer, I have worked with Operation Samahan, National Asian American Coalition, Kalasugan, Kalakasan, and many different organizations that AB Samahan should know about and possibly get involved with. How can AB Samahan continue to grow without guidance, without doing more, without getting out of the collegiate level? The more we get involved with other organizations similar to ours, the more we learn about our organization and its needs. I want to bring those opportunities to AB Samahan because I believe we desperately need it. Every year, everyone wants change. I'll advocate for that change. So, what are my ideas for AB Samahan as chairperson? That's the question. I have absolutely no ideas at all, but I have plans. 3 well thought out plans that will be put in motion right away. I have plans to strengthen the Summer Apprentice program and start it at the very beginning of the fall semester. I want general members to get involved with executive decisions right away because they are of top priority. Each and every month, general members will be allowed to sign up for a Summer Apprentice position under each e-board position to allow them to gain the experience they need if they were to run for next year's executive board. I also hope that it will help with member retention, but I ain't trying to touch that. As chairperson, I oversee executive board member responsibilities and duties. I'm going to change how e-board meetings work. I want each member to present a detailed report at the very first meeting of each month that will be available and emailed to every active AB Samahan member. With every meeting that follows, we will have working meetings where e-board members and summer apprentices will work towards what was stated in their report. I plan for this because I want to have efficient meetings, simple as that. My last plan as chairperson is to change how appointed positions get appointed. I don't want to promote it at all. I will not assign a position to anyone. I will not look for appointed positions. They will need to look for me and set up an interview. I want those interested in an appointed position to convince me why they should be on the executive board. If they didn't have the courage to run for an elected position, then I don't see the reason why I should appoint them so easily, unless they are a non-SDSU student or AB Samahan alumni. That's the only exception. I like those type of people because they were deprived of an opportunity they wanted to take. So for everyone interested in an appointed position in this room, think on that. So yeah, vote for me. I swear I'm cool. Yay! Bang! All right.
Okay, so your following 3 questions are coming from your current chairperson. Okay, as students, we have many life choices that we, I'm sorry, let me say that again. As students, we have many life roles that we play. If elected as chair, how will you balance this role with your many others?
Like many other roles? I really have thought about this a lot. And I know that I will be a busy person, but for me, a chairperson is a person that knows how to delegate and be available, not physically, per se. Wait, can you repeat the question?
Yes, I can repeat the question. As students, we have many life roles that we play. If elected as chair, how will you balance this role with your many others?
I guess I also have to speak from experience. There was one semester where I was treasurer, I was pledging Alpha Phi Omega, I had 3 internships, and I still had to balance in family and academics. I remember that year, that was like the most stressful year, stressful semester, but I feel that I didn't burn out because I personally loved what I was doing. So with all these roles and everything that I'm taking on, it's out of love. So, I don't know. Love prevents burnout.
Thank you. So your next question is, what is the difference between doing things right and doing the right thing? Where do you see yourself fall between the two?
Oh, doing things right and doing
The right thing.
The right
I can
thing.
repeat the question for you.
Okay.
What is the difference between doing things right and doing the right thing? Where do you see yourself fall between the two?
I guess for doing things right, I guess it has to start with me. For me, it's like for my belief, it's sort of, I'll only do things that will benefit me in the short term or long term. Sometimes doing the right thing, dang it. Can you repeat it one more time?
Yes. I can
I'm so
repeat it as
busy.
many times as you'd like.
All right.
What is the difference between doing things right and doing the right thing? Where do you see yourself between the two?
Doing things right. I guess as you can tell, I'm having a struggle. I'm struggling to answer this question. Like for me, I don't know what's right. I'm just gonna say it simple. I don't know what's right and I don't know what's wrong. But I wanna learn how to do things wrong twice before I do things right. Because for me, it's sort of a learning experience no matter what. If I wanna do the right thing, then if I wanna do the right thing, or if I know it's like something that I wanna do, but I know that I don't wanna do it inside, it's like I sort of have to like step back and like look at it. So I guess for me, I'm not even in between. I just don't know how to answer this question because it's such a struggle, but I'm still learning.
And then your next question is, what is a servant leader to you?
Servant leader? Okay, so a servant leader, I sort of want to redefine it because there isn't like a definite definition where it's like you serve others before you serve yourself. But for me, I kind of don't see it that way. It's, so do I have to like define what servant leadership is? Or do I have to like, can I say my own definition of leadership?
I can't elaborate beyond.
However you interpret the question.
However I interpret the question. So it is, okay, it is definitely not serving others before you serve yourself. Because for me, I believe that the moment that you take care of yourself, And the moment that you know what's right for you, that's when you can start inspiring people. You start inspiring people because if you're doing it, it's not like, oh, like they may not want to follow, but it's like you just have to build so much inspiration that you convince them to follow in a way. Because you don't want to force them, and you don't want to like tell them, hey, this is good for you. But I don't know. For like servant leadership, I don't know, I just don't like the definition. I have a different leadership style. But yeah, it's sort of, for me, it's starting with yourself and then inspiring others to follow.
So the following two questions are from the audience. As the main face of AB Samahan, how would you react to negative feedback from the community due to a bad experience at a previous event? For example, members being too rowdy or rude at a community event, or etc.
I guess how to answer that would be, I would have to discuss it first with the executive board, and we would have to voice it to the general members, because if they were being rowdy, then we need to address that. If like we were having like very bad feedback, then we of course just need to address it, and then look for solutions on how to address it properly.
Okay. And then your last question is, in a situation where e-board officers have to make an executive decision that they don't personally agree with, what steps would you take to ensure that they don't feel disregarded or disrespected amongst the board?
If I were to make an executive decision? No. Okay, you can't elaborate. Can you repeat the question?
Yes. In a situation where in a situation where your e-board officers have to make an executive decision that they don't personally agree with, what steps would you take to ensure that they don't feel disregarded or disrespected amongst the board?
Alright, just give me a moment. For me, if I were to make an executive decision, I would have to make sure that I was transparent as possible and talk them through it every step of the way. Like obviously it was going to be made for a reason, and I just need to talk to my e-board or any general member, because they're also involved, of why we made this decision and how it's going to benefit AB Samahan in the long run, or how it's not. It's just a huge discussion that I have to chair.
Okay, thank you.